Well, it's 1 week past our 8-week assessment, and we just wanted to share with you guys some of the successes of 8-week assessments and why we do them. Because we know some of you avoid them like the plague. So let's talk about that. Like, Heather, what do you think? You and I were talking the other day. What do you think is one of the reasons people avoid 8-week assessments?
So I feel like a lot of times 8-week assessment, you're thinking they're going to weigh me, like I don't like that. I don't enjoy being weighed. Me too. So I feel like a lot of times that's really a big thing that people don't even want to see that number on the scale. And,
We can relate.
For sure. Yeah. I don't like the scale either.
And sometimes they might feel like they haven't made enough progress.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
It hasn't been big progress and they're afraid to get demotivated.
Yeah. Or I had one member during her 8-week assessment, she was nervous about the scale because at home, her scale had gone up. And so when we did her Evolt and weighed her, her weight did increase slightly, but she had been building muscle. And so that weight was actually related to strength gains. So she had gained over 5 pounds of muscle and lost 4 pounds of body fat, which a typical scale, you're not going to see that. So that was really exciting for her. She was not excited about it. And then once we kind of put that into perspective, it made a lot of sense to her on why the scale had gone up. And, when you're building muscle, the scale is going to increase initially, and eventually it will go down.
So there is a good side to weight gain if it's muscle. And there can be the opposite, right? You can be losing a lot of weight and it can be a bad thing because you're losing mainly muscle.
Yeah. I think it's just good too to you want to see where people are at. It's good to track your progress always. And we have so many data points that we gather, whether it's Evolt, Kinotek, right? We do our assessments, we score that with points, all those kind of things matter. An example that I saw of a gentleman who did really well, Jim. If you haven't seen the video of Jim, go check that out.
Yeah.
Really, really cool video. So Jim, we had spoke at our last 8-week assessment about how he's not really seeing the results on the scale, or we did our Evolt. He was like, I'm not really seeing much of the muscle gain there in the numbers. He felt better, which is good, but he didn't really see a lot of those results. Like he wanted those to be tangible or seen. So we kind of spoke with him, hey, what can we change? What can you do differently? Guy eats super clean, guy works out like a freak. I mean, he was working out 5 times a week, 6 times a week. He'd be coming in here, he would bike here, work out, bike back, and so it was overdoing it. So we realized, hey, maybe you should take some rest days. Maybe you should work into recovery a little bit. So going from working out 5 times a week like a madman, Jim then went down to once or twice a week with more biking included, right? Less working out. And he started to see, right, this last 8-week assessment we did, he actually saw muscle go up, body fat went down, weight went down. So all good results there for him. And so it's just cool to see kind of that and to really see that come to fruition. I think it's great. So.
I think a great point that brings out is a lot of people think, I've got to hit the gym so many hours a week to see any progress. And in reality, the answer is 2 to 3 times per week. We say 2 will do and 3 is best. And there is such a thing as overtraining. I think of 2 people during our assessments that came in a little bit, I would say, demotivated. And because they came in for their assessments, they learned something that really motivated them. So I wanted to share those 2. One was a woman who recently got on a GLP-1. She's been with us for a while, was not seeing the progress that she wanted and expected to see. Got on a GLP-1 and she's doing everything right. She's getting her protein in, she's getting her strength training in. And so we're able to pull up that Evolt and look at it. And if you look at the surface, she'd only lost 3 pounds overall in the last 8 weeks. And that was depressing to her. I said, wow, look here. She'd gained 1.5 pounds of muscle and dropped 5.5 pounds of fat.
That's awesome.
And dropped her bio age as well. And she was just like, oh my gosh, if you hadn't shown me this, I wouldn't have been as motivated as I am now to continue doing that. Because I was kind of struggling maintaining what I was doing. And it can be so motivating.
And like Nate said, all the different data points that we use. So not only the Evolt and the body scan, but we use the Kinotek, the movement mapping, and seeing the progress that you're making and moving better just in day-to-day life is amazing as well. And then performance tests, seeing improvements there. So all of those different things, and measuring grip strength now, which is so cool.
Yeah, that is one of the big markers of longevity. I'm sure you've seen it in social media a lot. Grip strength is how well you're going to age. Will you be able to open that pickle jar or that jar when you're in your 80s or 90s? And grip strength is really interesting in and of itself because it's a marker of what you had to do to get it. You know, working out on a consistent basis, doing those farmer carries and whatnot really helps build that grip strength. You mentioned performance tests and some successes. We have a client who's been with us for a while, and she has literally doubled the number of reps she could do in our performance test. We do an 8-minute test. We keep the exercises, the reps, and the time consistent. So the more they can do in that 8 minutes, we can literally measure, is their endurance and strength increasing? And she has doubled.
That's fantastic.
awesome.
Which is really cool. And once again, she was one that was a little demotivated because she said, Janelle, it felt harder. And I said, I can tell you why it felt harder, because you did twice as much as you did in the past. And so that is really cool. Another thing you mentioned on GLP-1s, losing what percent they're losing of lean mass and muscle mass. The industry average, whether you're on a GLP-1 or just a weight loss program, industry average is to lose 30 to 40% of your weight in lean mass.
Wow.
But we have multiple people documented in our studio that have lost less than 2%.
Yeah.
That is a big difference.
That's amazing.
And it's all about prioritizing your protein and getting the strength training sessions in, being motivated to keep doing that. And that's what we feel the 8-week assessments are. So we have a plea for all of our clients is come in and go through the 8-week assessments. It isn't just for us. It is actually for you. If you have an aversion to the scale, we can work around that. You know, if you don't want the scale at all, that's okay. We don't have to do that. We really like to because we're big on maintaining muscle mass. But if that's something that really is an aversion, we can work around that. There's other, as Nate said, there's other modalities that we use, the Kinotek performance test, and now the grip strength.
Yeah, lots of different markers. And I mean, we just want to celebrate your wins and everything that you're accomplishing. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. We want to celebrate you guys, so show up. Show up, all right?
That's right. That's right. And we thank you for trusting us with your health and fitness, and we want to keep earning that trust. And in so doing, we feel like it's our obligation to help celebrate your wins and show your growth that you've done in this process.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
All right.
guys.
All right.
See you in the next 8-week assessments.
All right. Sounds good. I love it.